Are you seeing creative?
Yep.
Okay, creative. Oh, by the way, top 5 images. These are in random order. I have added to the preset that shows these, as these are not, this is not a judging competition. Each image will have the author's name as well. And if in some cases there are 6 images instead of 5 because there are ties that get resolved. Out of these top 5, in a month, we will award first, second, and third place. Then, there are 6 categories and 4 levels, so that's 24 sets of 5 images. And the first place image in each of those sets of 5 comprise the images for the Al Shelton Best of the Year competition. So 24 first place images, and the Al Shelton Award goes to the top one. And after doing a little conferring, this year, I'm also going to show the third and second place because out of our rules, the person winning Al Shelton becomes a member judge for the following year. But if that member has an image in the top 24 for the following year, they can't judge. So then it goes down the list, second, third place, and down. Last year, we had to go all the way down to 19th place, and Joel judged.
Hey, Joel.
Hi.
Hi, Joel.
And then
I hear you were a stellar judge. A stellar judge.
At 70 miles an hour.
well, it was
Oh,
thanks,
geez.
Fun.
it was thanks to Joel that we ended up having a tie for Al Shelton between me and Mike. And Mike has several images in Al Shelton this year, and I don't. So I became the member judge for this year.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, on we go. Come on, machine. Oh, I got to, wait a minute. There we go.
While you're figuring that out, could I just ask that when we have a break, can you explain to some of our new members what Al Shelton, what the award is?
Al Shelton is just the best image of the year from, the 24 first place images out of, right now we're going through 5 images for creative basic level. Out of those 5 images, 1 will be a first place image. Then we'll go on to creative intermediate and 1 will win there. So with 6 categories and 4 levels, there will be 24 first place images. And the Al Shelton Award goes to the best out of those 24.
And I'd
Were
like
you
to,
asking who Al Shelton is?
No, I'm asking what the award is.
Okay.
and the significance of what is being shown today when we get to the advanced group, whoever gets first place, the first place image per category, each of those people are 1 step of 2 steps towards becoming a master candidate, because one of the ways is to get one of what is now called end of year
But
image.
High average.
No, not high
Not
average.
high average.
No,
First
no, we're
place.
talking about today's look. When we get to
Okay.
the advanced, the one who ends up first in advanced in each category has one of the steps towards becoming a master candidate. And those steps are either to get that or first, second, or third by average, and those have to be in 2 different years within a 4-year period. And thank you for the advertisement for that.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me bring it back up. So first of 5, Amy. Second of 5, Elizabeth.
Mhm, love that.
Third is Elizabeth also. Lucy is one. Just a moment. And Mark. So those are just in random order out of these 5. The judges picked first, second, and third. And this year there were about half the number of ties. We had some tie resolution. Wherever you see 6 images, those had to go on to tie resolution. Okay, creative intermediate. We have one from Ellen and Laura. And Laura again.
Oh, yeah, my favorite.
And Laura again. And Laura again.
Oh,
Creative advanced. Steve
Yay.
and Steve
hmm.
and Steve
Oh, gosh. Wow.
and Ronnie
Great.
And
You.
and Linda.
Yay.
Yay.
I know that image well.
yes, you do.
Creative,
Congratulations.
creative masters. Mike, Nancy,
Mm,
Mhm.
Mike, me,
Yeah.
Yay.
and me.
Oh,
Very nice.
Journalism basic. Elizabeth, Amy, Amy again. Saraj
Yay.
and Amy again.
mm. Ooh.
Journalism intermediate. Laura,
Oh,
Pat,
oh, wow.
Laura, Pat,
Oh,
Oh my God.
oh, I remember that. Oh,
and Laura.
Hmm.
Oh,
Journalism advanced. Jennifer,
nice.
Bill,
Oh, wow.
Bill again. Bill. And Jennifer.
Oh, love that.
yeah. What a great review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Journalism masters. Bill,
Fantastic.
Oh.
Woo-hoo.
Amazing.
Yeah. great.
Herb,
Ah. Oh,
Mm.
Mike,
Oh, yeah.
Tony,
mm,
Oh, yeah, that one.
wow.
Tamara,
Mm.
monochrome basic. Mark, Dan, Amy, Dan, Lucy, monochrome intermediate, Ellen, Laura,
Mm.
Laura,
Ah.
Oh, no.
Laura,
Yeah.
Laura, monochrome advanced, 6 images. Linda, Ronnie,
Mhm.
Jennifer,
Mhm.
Gary,
Yeah.
Steve, Jennifer, monochrome masters, Tony,
Hmm.
Tony,
Mhm.
Mike, Bill, Liz,
Mhm. Communication.
I love that.
Mm.
Nature Basic, Mark,
Mm.
Stephanie, Mark, Mark, Stephanie,
Mm. Gosh.
Nature Intermediate, Laura, Pat,
Hmm.
Laura, Pat, Laura.
It's a pattern.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Jeez.
And Laura.
Hmm.
Nature Advanced, Steve,
Mm.
Mhm.
Jennifer,
Mhm.
Bob,
Oh, nice.
Oh my.
Gary,
mm.
Guy,
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Nature Masters, 6 images. Bill, Mike,
Oh,
Oh, no.
Ah.
Tamara,
Oh.
ah,
Oh,
Tamara,
Oy, oy, oy.
oh. Oh,
Jer- Jerry,
Gaga.
oh,
Bill,
Mm.
oh, yeah. I agree.
Wow.
Ugh,
Pictorial basic. Dan,
Mm.
Jennifer,
Mm.
Lucy, Lucy,
mm,
Amy,
Mm.
Hmm.
pictorial intermediate, 6 images. Fritz, Laura, 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 Laura.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Laura, you're so cool. Just stop it.
Yeah, really, that's enough. No. More.
Pictorial advanced,
Oh.
Guy,
Mm.
Jennifer,
Mhm.
Ronnie,
Mhm.
Guy, Steve. Pictorial masters, 6 images. Tamara, Mike,
Ah.
so good.
Tamara, Tony,
Oh.
Herb, Herb,
Mhm.
travel basics, 6 images. Elizabeth,
Yay.
Amy, Elizabeth, Amy, Elizabeth, Amy,
Another pattern.
travel intermediate. Laura,
Mm.
Pat,
Mm.
Fritz,
Mm.
Pat, Pat,
Mm.
Sherry,
Oh, wow.
Oh, great.
That's awesome.
travel advanced, 8 images.
Mm.
Jennifer,
Mhm.
Bill, Jennifer,
Mm.
Bill, Jennifer,
Probably from this distance.
Bill,
Another pattern.
Linda,
I broke the pattern.
Hey, Linda.
Jennifer,
Oh,
travel masters, 6 images. Mike, Mike,
Hmm.
Anne,
Mhm.
Tamara, Anne,
Hmm.
Anne.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Let me. There we go. Now you know who you are and who you're competing against. And judging was very interesting. So
Mm.
anyway, so now that we have 28 images for field trips, and I will be sending out an email right afterwards with instructions on how to vote. It's website voting. You'll be going to the competition website and there's an entry. It's like the third one down. It says vote on a competition. And there will be instructions in there for it. You'll be, the voting is it's a 5-star system, but you can only vote on 3. So you give 5 stars to your top pick, 4 stars to your second pick, and 3 stars to your third pick. And voting closes, it's somewhere in the first week of December. I'll be sending out reminders as well.
And will there be photos that we can see?
I'm sorry?
Will there be a place where we can see the photos?
Mhm.
Where you can see,
The photos we're voting on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
when you vote on the website, there will be thumbnails of all 28 images. And when you click on the first thumbnail, it'll go to full screen and you can give it, either you give it 5, 4, or 3 stars, or you click the button to go to the next image. Something else you can do, which I find helps, it's not significant in this competition. It is for our judges for our end of year, but for us, it's not. But on the screen where there are the 28 thumbnails, you can click on the title bar of the thumbnail and you can drag and drop it to change the order. So
Oh, that's
you
good.
can,
That is-
drag your favorite image to the first position, then you're going further through it and you find another one you like, drag it up to the beginning also.
Oh, that's nice.
But the thing you have to remember on that screen and also with voting is you have to click the Save Updates button.
Mm.
If you're dragging and dropping the thumbnails, but then you click on a thumbnail to go full screen without saving the updates, you'll
Wow.
lose your drag and drop that you just
Wow.
did.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
can you go back and change it?
Yeah.
Or, but
Yeah.
once you vote, there's a finalize and then you can't go back and change it?
No, you can go back and change it, but if, let's say, you've given 3 images, 1 of 5, 1 of 4, 1 of 3, and now you spot one and you're going, oh no, this should be my top image. You have to go to the 5-star image and delete the 5 stars from that one before you can give 5 stars to a different one. Because
So
you're
I mean, is there a finale at the end? I say, okay, this is my vote, or it's whatever it is when the contest closes on that, whatever date it is, that you can go back other days and even though
you can vote, change votes all you want until voting closes. Once it closes, then it computes all the votes for me. If for some reason you have trouble using the website voting, in the email, there will also be a PDF spreadsheet of all of the images, which you can, if you know how to edit a PDF online, or download and print it and use it as your cheat sheet to mark the ones you like. And so if for some reason the website voting doesn't work for me, you can email me your top 3.
Mm.
So that's the backup.
Good.
Okay, go ahead and talk. I've got to reconfigure the display for field trips.
When do you sleep, Steve? Honestly.
I think we all wonder the same thing.
he was
Ronnie?
in the hospital, he got to sleep.
Actually, it went very smoothly this year because, as many of you know, I've been documenting all these processes. And this year, it was mostly going through the documentation I wrote last year and seeing if it's accurate and works. And so I actually zipped through most of it and just was documenting things I missed.
Wonderful. That didn't answer my question, though.
Oh, when do I sleep? Actually, I'm pretty good about pacing myself.
That's good.
Although you probably receive emails from me at different hours of all 24
Wait.
hours. So you probably wonder, when do I sleep? Okay.
Exactly.
I'm also a good napper. I can close my eyes and zone out for 20 minutes and then automatically wake up. And it refreshes.
Yep.
Okay. Almost there. Okay, now let's see if I can share the screen.
Just want to get soda out of the cooler.
Okay, are you now seeing Palmer field trips?
Yes.
They all are too.
Okay, let me.
I actually think they just moved on. I don't know what to do. All right, I'll find out. But if they're getting
So these are field trip images that we haven't occurred yet because they're December 28th.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
You have those shown as being from December 8th, 2022, which hasn't occurred yet. I'm confused.
That's when our awards banquet is.
Okay,
And the competition closed yesterday for entries. And between today and the first week of December, we will vote on all the images. And then the first, second, and third place People's Choice by voting will be awarded on December the 8th.
But these are field trips,
Yes.
2022 field trips through
Yes.
the end of October, I believe.
Yes, all the way through October.
Thank you.
And I don't think we had any field trips November, December of last year. At least I asked Tony and
I don't know.
nothing came up. So, but this year we do have November and December field trips, which will go into the competition for next year.
Ah, okay. I was wondering about that.
Didn't we have Lodi last year too?
Come again?
Didn't
don't
we
think
have
we did.
Lodi last year too?
I don't think anyone went last year.
Okay.
I don't know the answers. You'd have to ask Tony to be certain. Okay. These are all in random order. I think they're numbered, but I'm not certain on that. You might, if you see one you really like, you might jot down the first word of the title for reference.
Bah,
Here we go. Hot Rod and Proud Owners, American Graffiti. Oh, and by the way, I'll go through these more than once, but you can also review them all when you go to vote.
Mhm.
Time Machine, American Graffiti. Unemployed, Sturgeon's Mill.
Oh,
Altered state, Napa Lights. Salt Point, rest in peace. Macro in a wild seascape, Salt Point. Mare Island, abstract in nature. Boat detail, China Camp. Wildflower at Salt Point. Candid Street Portrait, Pride Parade. Enjoyment, Russian River Rodeo. The washing machine, Salt Point. Holy Rock Face, Salt Point. Shadows of the Past, Mare Island. Tafoni Sandstone Formation, Salt Point. An evening at the State Fair. Holding On, Russian River Rodeo. Momentarily Airborne, Rodeo. Nature's Art, Salt Point. Winging It, Napa Wetlands. Getting the Shot, Pride Parade. Heritage Salvage, The Man in the Iron Mask. Wonder in pink and red, Napa Lights. Magic Streets of San Francisco, City Ferry. Windmill, Heritage Salvage. Wonder, Napa Lights. Members of San Francisco Cheer tumble through the air at Sonoma Pride. Pride Parade, Flamenco Pride. Okay. I'll pause a couple moments. Was my pacing pretty good? Slower, faster?
That's good.
Just fine.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will go through one more time after I reset.
Steve, I just have one question. Were these all the entries?
Yes. I announced it and I sent out a reminder and we got 28 entries.
Okay.
So if you entered, you have a better chance of winning.
You know, I'll mention tomorrow is Petaluma's Veterans Parade, and it's really a big parade if anybody wants to photograph it. It's worth going to.
What time's that start, Mike?
Parade starts at 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Best to get there early, though. They get a big crowd.
On Main Street or?
Yeah, right on. It starts by the post office downtown and works all the way around the main part of the city.
Okay. And Hot Rod and Proud Owners, American Graffiti. Time Machine, American Graffiti. Unemployed, Sturgeon's Mill. Altered State, Napa Lights. Salt Point, Rest in Peace. Macro in a Wild Seascape, Salt Point. Mare Island, Abstract in Nature. Boat detail, China camp. Wildflower at Salt Point. Candid street portrait, Pride. Enjoyment, Russian River Rodeo. The washing machine, Salt Point. Holy Rock Face, Salt Point. Shadows of the Past, Mare Island. Tafoni Sandstone Formation, Salt Point. An evening at the State Fair. Holding On, Russian River Rodeo. Momentarily Airborne, Rodeo. Nature's Art, Salt Point. Winging It, Napa Wetlands. Getting the Shot, Pride. Heritage Salvage, The Man in the Iron Mask. Wonder in Pink and Red, Napa Lights. Magic Streets of San Francisco, City Ferry. Windmill, Heritage Salvage. Wonder, Napa Lights. Members of San Francisco Cheer tumble through the air at Sonoma Pride. Pride Parade, Flamenco Pride. Okay. I think that's a very nice crop.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for putting it together.
Nice
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, a lot of fun images in there.
Mhm.
And by the way, just a reminder, any of these images can be entered into competition, regular competitions in the future, as long as they've not won first, second, or third in the past this year. So this is a good place. Put an image in here. If it gets a lot of votes, then you know, good shot to put in competition.
Yeah.
And the maximum number of entering 3 times, this doesn't count.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, for this image or derivative.
Okay, so
Gregory, I hope you enjoyed the night.
Terrific. I'm assuming we cannot vote for ourselves.
no,
Why not?
why not?
Oh, why not?
no.
No,
I
if
didn't.
you were running for president, would you vote for yourself?
As opposed to the other person?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I didn't think we could vote for ourselves.
I didn't think so, but I don't.
Yeah,
I'll have
I
to check.
I thought it was set up so, when you voted on your, through the website and it's under your name, that you couldn't click on something that was yours.
The way
I
I put it
suppose
is, if you consider your image to be one of the top 3, go ahead and vote for it.
I suppose if everybody put in 4 images and everybody voted their 3, we would probably relook at that, but
Yeah.
I could see unintended consequences, but go ahead.
Well,
I don't think we should vote for our own.
It's not in the rules.
Hmm.
it's like judging the end of all the category level competitions and where there are ties, as well as the Al Shelton. It's very interesting to watch the 3 judges, because what often will happen is 2 of the 3 judges will rate something as their top pick, and the 3rd judge will rate it down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
That
then,
Who were
happens.
the judges? The
And
end of your judges?
pardon?
I was asking Bill who the end of your judges were again?
Charles Ginsburg, Mark Brookman,
Oh.
and Jane Postleone.
Great, good
Yeah, they
field.
did a good job. They had
there
over
was one,
400 and some images that they had to rank. It's a
Oh,
huge
my
Wow.
task.
A lot. Yeah, there was one time you're talking about judging that when we did slides, they decided to rate the judge by, they had 1 or 2 slides that they weren't really entries, but they were mixed in with it. And then, of course, when they got, when you tallied up the score, they disregarded that slide. But the same slide got, it's like you said, some of them just rant and raved, and the other ones just, oh, why did they even bother entering it, And it was like just what you might call a standard excellent slide. So, just well exposed and all that, but it just, some of the judges are all over the place, but most of them are kind of somewhat consistent.
Subjective.
Yeah.
I will say the overall result, when I looked at it, is I think the judges did a very good job, and all the winners are top notch.
All the images in the field were top notch.
Yeah, the ones you showed, there were really a lot of good ones there.
Yeah.
So that's all I have for tonight.
Thanks,
Anything else?
everybody, for coming.
Well, thanks for all your work, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
That's
Yeah,
a
you
lot
bet.
of work.
Yeah,
Can I just ask you before you go to please let everybody know when the next, and the last competition of the year is because it doesn't pop up on my calendar. The today and next one did not pop up on my
No,
calendar.
On the website, I think it shows the 8th.
Well, I know, but before
you s-
that, everyone popped up on my calendar.
did you recheck your subscription to the calendar? Because I've had other
I
people
will.
in the past say the same thing, it wasn't there, and I say, just go to the webpage, go to the bottom, click on subscribe to the calendar, and refresh it. And
Okay,
it should be
will
back.
do.
You know, something I might suggest in light of what Ronnie said is to seed the next year's calendar with the the second and fourth Thursdays, mentioning if it's a competition or a program, even if you don't know who the judge is or you don't know what the program is.
Yeah.
So that people can look ahead. I think especially new people. And I think we've been doing recently is only putting it on the calendar when everything is complete.
No, that's not true. That's
Oh,
not
That's all.
true.
You're
We set up
mixing that up.
2022 with
Oh, good.
virtually the whole year.
Right.
And then Bill, once the judges were confirmed, he either edited, or put something else out there showing who the judges were. But it's in my documentation. It's part of setting up for the new year. We have the awards banquet next month on the 10th, and the way our
Eight.
8th, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up on the 8th, but on the 9th, the way our rules read, a competition opens for submissions on the day after the second Friday of the prior month. So essentially, if I was actually able to do so, I should have January's first competition set up and opened by the day after the awards banquet.
That would be fabulous because people get caught up and all of a sudden it's time to enter. And if you, it can be really early in the year, depending on how the calendar goes. And people have really messed up not being able to get images for the first competition.
For 2022, I had the competition open, I
Terrific.
think by about December 15th.
That I think it's fabulous to have it open as soon as possible, especially people who are traveling that may be gone on the holidays. I think it's fabulous to.
But what about the people who may or may not be advancing? They may not know what category.
That's true.
Oh, but they will by
They
the
would know. They would know by the
10.
by the
By the
second,
by the 9th. That's true. Okay, that
Yeah.
solves everything.
and by definition, it doesn't open until the
Until
day.
after that.
Right.
Okay.
The only exception to the rule of opening on that second Friday is the second competition of January, which will be 2 weeks after that Friday.
So when will that open?
Well, let's see, the 9th, 16th, it'll open on the 23rd for the competition on the, what is it, the third week?
And then you have the same thing for the February competition, because that's two,
Yeah.
maybe 3
Later.
weeks after the,
Yeah, except for the second competition in January, all competitions open the day after a competition.
Mhm.
So we have a competition on the second Thursday, the following competition opens on the second Friday.
Is the schedule for the year posted so we know like how many natures and how many journalism?
Yes. if you look on our club website, under
Mhm.
competition rules, there is a chart that shows
The
all of
2023 dates.
well, no, I haven't updated it yet.
Oh, I see.
It-
Okay.
You see, after I do all the end of year stuff,
Mhm.
after the 8th is done, then I have to go and set up all the 2023 competitions
Wow. Oh, what a lot of work.
and put entries in the calendar for all of them
Mhm.
and put a little pop-up message on the competition website that says competition is open, the categories are, or the competition closes at such and such time. And when I set all this stuff up, they all occur automatically on their own.
No, I-
It's
Yes,
all
sir.
automated now.
Okay.
It used to be the competition managers before me were setting up competitions and opening and closing everything manually month by month.
Mhm.
But now it's
Something-
all automatic.
Something to watch out for, and Steve, I'm sure you do this. It's not necessarily the second Friday that it opens, because it potentially
yeah.
could be the third Friday if the first is on a Friday.
Ah,
Yeah,
Because I know when we set up calendars and we want to put in, like
I get all my reminders every month that, send out a notice to the members that the competition is closing, and it always occurs at the same time every month, but I have to go in and change them individually.
mm. Well,
Hey, good job.
Thank
very
you.
good job. Yeah.
Boy,
Thank
it's a
you,
lot of
Bill.
work.
Okay.
And I don't know if Joel found a vice presidential candidate for next year. I highly recommend the job. It is, I think, one of the best jobs in there. So do that, and don't forget an N4C rep is needed, and I don't recall what else.
And Jennifer, are you
Yes.
planning to join the review committee?
Am I?
Didn't you, or was it Linda? I'm trying.
I never heard of it before. I mean,
maybe-
Somebody offered, they couldn't join the review committee this year, but they would be available come January, and I'd
Oh.
have to look it up.
no, it wasn't me.
Well, we
Wasn't-
have Amy.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, and I guess we still don't have an N4C rep.
Right.
That's
Um,
what Nancy was saying.
Yeah. That's something that we really need too.
And that's gonna be via Zoom, isn't it? They don't have
Yes,
to go down to
it's
the
via
meeting.
Zoom, yes.
well,
But it's still, you pretty much need,
we don't have a limit on numbers of the review committee, so if you're in advanced and considering, in order to advance to being a master, you have to serve some kind of role. So I invite, join the review committee that fulfills that.
mhm. Are there any qualifications for that? I mean, could a
No,
person
just-
be in the
To be able
basic
to-
level and join it, or?
To read
Well,
the
read.
read the rules.
Oh,
Ugh.
And if you're like me, before I became competition manager and so forth, going through the rules, and Nancy and I would have a lot of fun with this. You read through the rules and you get to a point, oh, I can do such and such, and it's legal, but like one time I put in a period for a title. That was it, just a period.
You weren't the first. I did it before that.
Yeah, so, yeah. And I sometimes say, unless the review committee challenges one of your image sometime, you're not trying hard enough.
Oh, no, don't push the processing, please. Don't push the,
You know, you just
Oh.
gotta throw enough images at the wall and some of them will stick.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's a good way to stretch yourself because, for example, in creative, that's an area, if you can be a challenge with a creative image, you're really doing something unusual.
Oh.
Sorry, I have to leave. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Okay.
Night, everyone.
Right.
Night.
Night, everybody.
thanks for coming.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Steve.
Bill.
Right.
See y'all on the 8th.